Hey guys, time to chill out with Sub-07 and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. Last time, we took on Brock of Pewter City Gym, absolutely mopping the floor with the guy and claiming yet another badge of the Kanto region, as well as exploring Mount Moon, having another run back with good old Silver, and getting to see a little bit of a treat of Clefairy's dancing during the night sky. It's quite nice. This time, it's time that we head further south. There's not many locations left for us on our journey around the Kanto region, and heading back to Viridian City is one of them. I did manage to replace Prodigy with Jerry in the party, so we're going to cut down some trees real fast, because I believe there's a couple things we might have missed on our way here. This is one of them. Let's cut you down, please. There we go. Head further down, and we find a passageway of sorts. Hello there. Are you Kyle? I work as Professor Oak's aide. I had no idea that you were out here. Professor Oak's lab is nearby in Pallet Town. Well, that's good to know. Suppose if we're in the area, we can go say hi. And I believe, if we're real careful about it, yep, there's one item here for us right now. An elixir. Maybe not super useful to me, but might be useful to you. But there's a couple trainers around here, and I figure, let's not skip over them, let's just take care of them real fast. I put Alucard in front, let's have fun. My bug Pokemon are tough, prefer to lose. No. I don't think so. Because Alucard and Artemis are lagging a little bit behind the team, and I wanted to catch them up real quick. Artemis maybe won't be able to do as well, because bugs. But I think this will be fine. Wing attack. Nice. Easy does it. What else you got? Butterfree? Yeah, that makes sense. There's not exactly many bug types around here, so it makes sense that this would be one of them. Get out of here. Boom shakalaka. And easy does it for Alucard. I am still sitting on that one extra rare candy, but we're gonna hold off of using that, at least for a little bit. Oh, Mom, where are you calling? Oh, another goddamn Pokédoll, really? Fine. Stop buying dolls from my room, Mom. They're action figures. Oh god, I haven't thought about that little bit in years. Why don't girls like bug Pokemon? That depends who you're asking, man. I know some girls who really like certain bug Pokemon. It's just some of the ones in the older games are more bug-like and grosser. And also you're using a spider. Yikes. Look, man, I wouldn't be thrilled either if someone tried to give me an Ariados. If it's like a Heracross or a Scizor, I'm all down, though. Just not this thing. Get out of here, Ariados. Weirdly enough, if I'm remembering this correctly, I think this route specifically, if you explore it at night in Crystal version, you can encounter Ariadoses, but they're level 7. That might be the most useless fully evolved Pokemon I've ever seen. Because, like, what are you going to do with it? It's level 7. It probably doesn't have any useful moves at all. Of course, we got just a weak-ass Pidgey. We can get out of there. I don't believe... I think we took care of everything around here. Looks like we did. Good. Alright, in that case, let's keep heading down, because we're almost at Viridian again. And Bob's your uncle. There we go. Now, of course, there is another tree we can cut down, so let's cut this down real quick. What do we got over here? A whole lot of nothing. That was pointless. Damn it! There is some sort of secret around here, but I think I need Surf for that, not necessarily Cut. What else we got? Trainer House, Club for top trainer battles. Oh, I'll be the judge of that. Welcome to the Trainer House, the newest and most happening place in Viridian. We're open to trainers only. You can battle against the best of the best right downstairs. Really now. Viridian is the town closest to Indigo Plateau. They built this place because so many trainers pass through on their way up to Indigo Plateau. Makes sense to me, it's a good connecting point. I guess you can't become the champ unless you'll go all over the place and battle all kinds of people. The champion from Pallet traveled to all the cities and towns in Kanto. Interesting, that's the first time we've really heard about the first champion. Because they don't really acknowledge that too much. Whew, I'm taking a rest from Pokemon battles. I mean, fair enough, dude. What else you got? They held practice battles downstairs here. I would love to see how a trainer from Johto battles. Well, why don't we give it a whirl? I think we'll do pretty well for ourselves. We got the right team for it. and Jerry. But for safety, let's put Jerry in the box. I don't want him getting involved in a fight that he really shouldn't be in for. Let's just see here. Where are you, Sark? There you are. Come here, you. Also, someone in the comments pointed out, King's Rock in Generation 2 does add the chance to flinch to regular moves. So if I wanted to, I really could keep that on Stark. So I figure I will. Because I wasn't sure at the time if it was only applied to things that cause flinching in the first place, but no, it works. That being said, there is one little interesting thing about this area. Hi, welcome to our training hall. You can battle a trainer once per day. Cal is your opponent today. Would you like to battle? Yes, please. Please go right through. You may begin right away. This is automated. I don't have control over it. Also, that looks familiar. I traveled out here just so I could battle you. This is a weird little thing to talk about. This is Cal. Pokemon trainer Cal would like to battle. He's got 3 Pokemon, and he leads with Meganium. So, funny story about this guy. This is a unique character in the context of Generation 2 who does show up for Heart Gold Soul Silver, carrying the final forms of all 3 starters. His Meganium is level 50, a grass type with Poison Powder, Synthesis, Body Slam, and Light Screen. Since we never picked Chikorita, this is the only time in the game we'll ever encounter this. Wing Attack. Unfortunately, Meganium here is very much interested in playing the stall game on us. The only attack that it has is Body Slam, otherwise it's going to set itself up, heal, or try and poison you. Luckily, we're already part poison, so it can't focus on that. And we can get it out of here. Sorry, man, you may be level 50, but you're still a Meganium, and Meganium doesn't stand a chance against an Alucard. Level up. Nice. Next up, Typhlosion. I would say it's time for the run back to have Inferno Star fight his brother. I'm not gonna risk it, though. Or actually... No, we're gonna stick with the original plan. Current, you take care of this. Typhlosion, level 50, Fire type. Ember, Quick Attack, Swift, and Flame Wheel. All out attack, nothing else. We're just gonna use Surf. Of course, you would go for Swift, that makes the most sense. But yeah, this guy is kind of a strange little character that I'm gonna have to explain how he works, because he's odd. There's a lot of quirks to Cal here specifically. But you might not even realize they exist. In fact, if you were the type of person who had access to Mystery Gift back in the day, you might not have even realized this guy existed at all. Let's just zap him. Thank you. And that's Typhlosion down. That leaves just his last Pokemon, Feraligatr. I'm gonna tag to start because he's been out of action for a while. Feraligatr, level 50, a water type with Bite, Scary Face, Slash, and Screech. No water attacks, actually. So don't worry about that. He's gonna Screech and lower our defense, and then he's gonna start swinging. Unfortunate for you, though, I'm a Steel type. So you're not gonna do much to me. Slash. Oh, you think you can do Slash to me first? Ow. Nice crit. I don't appreciate it. Take this. Booyah. Better crit. Nice job, Stark. And take that, Cal. I lost. Darn. $10,000 for beating this kid, dude. And remember, you can only do this battle once per day. I'm sorry, this would be your second time today. You're permitted to enter just once a day. Cal is sort of an oddity, because this guy changes depending on your actions. He uses the same sprite as Ethan from Gold and Silver, which is weird because, you know, though there is a new sprite for me versus the current sprite that he's using. He only appears in the trainer house if we've never used Mystery Gift before, which we technically haven't because the built-in event of getting the GS Ball is tied to the Hall of Fame for the Virtual Console version. If for some reason you use a Mystery Gift, he is replaced with the trainer with the same name and party of the last person that we used Mystery Gift with. It's kind of strange, but he just is a very different trainer who swaps around. And if you happen to just talk with a lot of people, you'll wind up getting that. Weirdly enough, though, his team is also volatile? There's unused data in the contents of Gold Silver Crystal that implies that he would have had 2 different teams of first stage starters and second stage starters at level 10 and level 30 respectively. It's possible you were supposed to encounter this guy back in Johto for some reason, but there's not really any proof of that. I heard that the gym in Cinnabar is gone. I wonder what became of Blaine, the gym leader. That sounds like a very dangerous thing if it's just gone outright. Oh yeah, and to compensate for the fact that Ethan is not the only character in Gold Silver Crystal when it came to Heart Gold Soul Silver, they just changed the sprite of Cal to be an ace trainer. I guess makes more sense since you can be Lyra in that game, and it wasn't an afterthought to add Chris. This gym didn't have a leader until recently. A young man from Pallet became the leader, but he's often away. Really? Let's just see, and he's gone. Damn it. Well, it looks like we can't do anything here then. A bit unfortunate because, yeah, we're right here, but if no one's here, we can't challenge the gym. Do we at least get a note of who is the gym leader? Viridian City Pokemon Gym. Leader, the rest of the text is illegible. Huh. That's a bit odd. Well, there's not much else we can really do here. But there is one thing that we can grab real quick. It's right over here because Viridian City has a body of water. You could use Cut to get over here. I don't need to because I can surf. Let's just say hello. Ugh. I must have dozed off in the sun. I had this dream about a drowsy seat in my dream. Weird, huh? Huh? What's this? Where'd this TM come from? This is spooky. Here, you can have this TM. And talking to this guy nets you TM 42, which I believe is Dream Eater? Yep. And he fell asleep again. Oh, God. Dream Eater is a powerful move, but not many Pokemon can learn it. It's best used in combination with someone who can already put someone to sleep, because it is a psychic attack that drains their dream, and is a healing move as a result. It's actually a pretty solid move, but you need a good special attacker to really benefit using it. But since there doesn't seem to be anything here, shoot, there's not really much for us to do in Viridian. I guess we could head west real fast. Because there is 2 different spots we can go to. We can go west or we can go south. West is the original route to the Pokemon League. There isn't any new trainers here to note. There is grass here, which means there is wild encounters, but there's nothing we haven't encountered before. This is another opportunity to get, say, Ponyta or Doduo, but they'll be relatively low level. And as far as I'm aware, there's not any hidden items around here either, so don't stress about that at all. Like, this is purely just meant to be a pathway back to the Pokemon League, as it was in the first gen. And unfortunately, there's not even any Mankeys you can pick up here, which is a bit sad. Yeah, nothing of note. Damn. Artemis, you're not gonna get anything off of killing a Rattata, so let's dip. If for some reason you want to look around here for a Ponyta or something, be my guest, but we're gonna head south. Let's just cross past around here. And immediately... Where's the exit? There it is. Down we go. Route 1. And yes, this route also gets original music, which is quite nice. No new Pokemon to encounter here, unfortunately, but kind of nice to hear this track. It's nice. Let's ruin that. If trainers meet, the first thing to do is battle. Yep, that's true. Back to it. The good news is these kids at least got some competent Pokemon. What you got? Oh, God. Well, actually, no. Artemis is ready for this. Artemis is a Dark type. I keep forgetting the Jinx is a Psychic type to begin with. Faint attack. Nice. And easy. Easy peasy. Good job, Artemis. What else you got? Electabuzz? You know what? You can stay in. This might be a bit more dangerous, but you've got Fan Attack, so you've got a stab move. You're much stronger level. I doubt that his Electabuzz has a fighting attack. We're good. Yeah, it just got Swift. We're fine. I know I really shouldn't be worrying all that much because 1, leftovers, 2, I'm 15 levels higher. But I don't know, man. Sometimes it pays to just be worried about things because you never know when things might blow up in your face. Nice and easy. Good job, Artemis. You earned that level up. Nice. Trying to learn Screech. That would be useful, but your best move is a special attack? No. Like, most of us are min-maxing on special attack stuff. I'm not gonna do that. Got a Magmar. Take care of that. Almost. God damn it. Don't get poisoned, please. Damn it! I've got to stop saying anything. And attack. And that should do it. Get out of here. Easy peasy. Oh, I've got a losing record. This is your first battle, kid? Like, Jesus. Let's see. Let's use a full heal. Yeah, there should be around 2 other trainers around here that we can tussle with real quick. They're not going to be super strong, but experience is experience. And outside of just grinding Cal every day, which sounds like a bit of a pain in the ass, not many opportunities for rematches, so take what you can get. Though he is level 50. Cool Trainer Quinn wants to battle. Sent out Ivysaur. Nothing we can't handle. Level 38, so it's a bit higher power, but still. Come here. Using growth? Yep, that makes sense. And knock it out. Nice. Kind of surprised that you got an Ivysaur at that high level and hasn't evolved to Venusaur yet. Starmie. You know what? Just stay in for this, honestly. I should also note, at the time of this release, Legend ZA has now officially released as far as my recording time schedule has gone. So make of that what you will with, certain things. I'm not going to be spoiling anything about the games because that would be fucked up. I usually try to give it like a couple weeks or maybe even a month or 2 before I fully spoil this kind of shit. But be careful, man. Now that the game is out in the wild, people are going to leak shit like crazy and or just post spoilers without any care in the world. So be careful. You're going to recover. That doesn't matter to me because you're still dead. Nice try, Starmie. Out of here. Good amount of experience, though. Artemis is getting nice and strong from this. Down and out. Is there anyone else here? I thought there was a 3rd trainer of sorts. Doesn't look to be. I guess not. Oh, well. Welcome to Pallet Town. It's good to be home. Blue's house. Interesting. Pallet Town. A tranquil setting of peace and purity. I suppose. Red's house. I'm raising Pokemon too. They serve as my private guards. Let's walk in these places and say hello. Hi! Red's been away for a long time. He hasn't called either, so I have no idea where he is or what he's been doing. They say that no word is proof that he's doing fine, but I do worry about him. If you don't understand what this is, Red and Blue were the original protagonist and antagonist of the first generation. Hell yeah, N64! I suppose this was the time period for that. Red was, of course, the protagonist, donning his traditional jacket and hat, and Blue was the antagonist, or as you might refer to him in the anime, Gary. Hello there. Hi! My kid brother is the gym leader in Viridian City. Oh! But he goes out of town so often, it caused a problem for the trainers. Well, that explains why we haven't seen him. But Pallet Town is also home to something else. Professor Oak's lab. Let's say hello. Thanks to your work on the Pokédex, the professor's research is coming along great. I don't know about that, my research hasn't been that great. The professor's Pokemon Talk radio program isn't aired here in Kanto. It's a shame, I'd like to hear it. You'd think it would be, given it's pretty close by. Don't tell anyone, but Professor Oak's Pokemon Talk isn't a live broadcast. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess it'd be more of a podcast than anything. Hi, Oak. Ah, Kyle. It's good of you to come all this way to Kanto. What do you think of the trainers out here? Pretty tough, huh? Ah, you're collecting Kanto gym badges. I imagine that's hard, but the experience is sure to help you. Come see me when you get them all. I'll have a gift for you. Keep trying hard, Kyle. How's your Pokédex coming along? Let's see. Current Pokédex completion level, 211 seen, 34 owned. My rating? You're getting good at this, but you have a long way to go. That's fair. We've seen a lot of Pokemon, but we haven't caught that many. If you're in the area, I hope you come visit again. Maybe another time, but keep in mind that he did say visit him after we've gotten all the Kanto badges. We are still short 2. The Viridian badge is one of them, but there's also the matter of Cinnabar Island to the south. But apparently that gym is kaput, which sounds like a bit of a problem. So I might want to head that way. However, this is a new route directly below Pallet Town, and there's tall grass. And as it turns out, there's exactly one new encounter you can get in this tall grass. And it is not my cursed spaghetti friend, Tangela. Damn it. Unfortunately, no, Tangela we've already seen. The one new encounter for this place, Mr. Mime. Of all things, I actually just forgot this guy was a wild encounter in Gen 2 in general, because you don't really see him very often. He is available in the Celadon Game Corner as well if you're playing Gold and Silver, but not for Crystal Version. Mr. Mime is a bit of an oddball in that he's special attack oriented, as a lot of early Psychic types were, but more towards special defense. He has a lot of support moves as well, things like Reflect, Light Screen, Baton Pass, Safeguard. Pretty decent stuff for playing support rather than being a straight-on attacker. He does have some powerful attacks like Psybeam and can learn Psychic, but you're probably better off keeping him as a support Pokemon, transferring upgrades like Reflect onto other party members. I wouldn't say worry too much about getting this one if you really want it, but of all things, this one got better later. Kind of. He got an alternate form in Galar in the form of the Mr. Mime of Galar, who's an Ice type, which also gets an evolution to be Mr. Rhyme, who, for all the world, looks like if we made Charlie Chaplin a Pokemon, and is also constantly in pain. From what I've heard, Mr. Rhyme is a fairly good Pokemon. I've never used it myself because I've never personally played Sword and Shield for reasons. But if you want to use it, there are worse options out there. Part of me does kind of want to encounter Mr. Mime just for the fun of it, because he's a pretty rare Pokemon in the early gens of not being able to show up very often. Until the advent of his pre-evolution, Mime Jr. in Gen 4, he was a pretty rare creature. Alright, I'll take the hint, Tangela. These are also some decently powerful Pokemon, so if you got something that's good against them, it might be worth some free experience. Nice. Yeah, your high physical defense doesn't mean anything to Artemis, Tangela. Nice try. I think we'll give it a little more time to check. Anything of note? Hey, would you look at that? We actually did run into one. Nice. Oh, and for some reason, as we've demonstrated before, Mr. Mime can be female. Wrap your head around that one. I mean, he can be a girl if he wants. I just find it a little bit weird because his species name is Mr. Mime. And yeah, Light Screen, pretty decent support options for him. I'm not really worried, though, because I can slash. Out of here. Wasn't really planning to catch it myself because there's no reason to, really. But with all that said, I think we're going to have to stop here. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal, we're going to head further south in hopes of reaching Cinnabar Island and maybe finding out what happened to the 7th gym. Till next time, ice out.